Here we go. Your team finally won something. Or you're working at a place and somebody comes in celebrating their team won the whatever award, whatever trophy. Here is a generic, regular, whatever you call it, trophy. Okay. This uses 12 balloons. You could probably do it with less, but when I do it, I make it with 12. And I'll admit I don't make it that often, but what the heck. And if you make this part smaller, it can go on the head. I've made mine a little big so it won't fit my head, but if you're making it for somebody, try to make it fit their head. Okay. Anyway, this one, of course, uses brown and gray. Use whatever colors you think is appropriate. The other option is to make this, and if it's a team and they have a mascot, you can put the mascot in the top of it. You can change the height of the base and the height of this part and the height of the cup at the top. I just use this size because that's what I use. So I will try to show you how I make a trophy. Put it down there. Perfect. So once again, the way I like to do it, random colors, just to hopefully make it easier for you to follow along. So every balloon that I'm going to use will be blown up about that much. Every balloon. Okay, so the base, all of them will be about that much, maybe a little less. It doesn't matter. We're going to pull off a fair bit. And the top, the exact same. So get 6 of whatever color you think is best. 2 and 3. It would be quicker for me to have these prepared ahead of time, but some people say I go too fast, so blowing them up will hopefully give everybody time to keep up. What do I have? That's 5. Another one will be 6. Okay, tied that up. Now I am going to, got a bit of a mess under my arm. So I'm going to hold it right here, and then where my finger ends, that's where I will put a twist, and then I will do a pinch twist right there. Now you can make the first balloon go just about all the way around, like around here, 6 twists, well, you know, it'd be the twist and pinch twist, and there and a pinch twist, another one and a pinch twist, but I'm going to do it another way right now. So we've got one right there. The other ones will be the exact, or hopefully the exact same size. Hold it, do our pinch twist, and if you need to put these down, put them down, of course. Depends where you're working to whether you want your balloons to hit the floor. So we've got 3, and I think I'm dropping one. 4, oh, there, pinch twist, sorry, better make sure I'm still on camera. Another one right here. And our very last one, which will be the blue, for absolutely no reason at all, it's the last one. There. Okay, so we've got pinch twists and on all of them, all the same length. Now we just take our knots and we tie those into the pinch twists. Make sure they're tight. So kind of don't grab this part, but make sure the knot gets behind the pinch twist, or at least as close to as possible. Okay, you don't want any stretch in your trophy base. And we're just going to keep wrapping balloons around pinch twists. You know, this is your basic hat that I'm sure all of you do. So, excuse me while I just work away over here, and hopefully you're able to follow along. So once again, the last one goes in there. So then I have my 6 colors, and my red one will be tied into the pink one right there. Good. Pull. So, like I said, you can try to make this fit ahead. If you're going to make it, if you don't think it's real close right there, that's kind of close. Then your last one, you will actually size it on the person's head, and hopefully your last bubble will be almost the same size as your other bubbles. Okay? So, now I'm going to do about 4 fingers, like right here. If you want this to be taller, you want it to be smaller, obviously you do that, okay? So if you wanted 2 fingers, if you wanted a whole hand, you do that. For me, I'm going to use approximately 4 fingers and a pinch twist, and we're just going to keep doing that all the way around the balloon. Pinch twist, again, another 4 fingers, and if you wanted to start kind of braiding it or linking them together right now, of course you can do that. You can do your pinch twist here, and then tie it on to your next one before you go forward. So what I mean by that is you would put your twist in here. Now mine is straight up and down. If you wanted yours to angle in a little bit, your second level right here would be smaller than your bottom level, but I like it straight up because that's the way I like it. So now I'm grabbing my green one. We're doing our pinch twist, and then the white one would go in there. Okay? And that's how you could do it without doing all your pinch twists and then all your locking together. But whatever you want to do will be correct. Okay? Now we're going to, as I say, keep this as straight as possible. So I will start linking balloons to the ones beside them, linking it around. So again, if my base was, from my little finger, which closed down, to the end of my index finger, right there. And tie that in. Spin it a few times. You don't have to spin it much. And here. This is the boring part right here. Kind of the repetitive part. This is where if you're at an event, hopefully you have some good pad or something to talk about. Talk about the weather, whatever. Talk about the game, talk about the sport. And one more, oops, I guess it really doesn't matter. I could have used my light blue cross, but I'm going to just make sure to keep using each balloon the same amount. There we go. Okay, so this is where we are. Now to keep it stable, I have found in the past that this base moves around a lot. So I go crisscross, okay, and that makes a big difference. Okay, so there you go. Now the distance I go for the crisscross, some people will tell you once again to go a full finger length. I find for me that's a bit too big. So I go right to the first knuckle. Okay, so I'm holding with my little finger right to the first knuckle, and I give it a twist, and I once again hold it with my little finger right there, and right to that knuckle again, and I give it a twist, and I go straight across. So I'm on this side, I'm going to go over to the green one. Where am I? There we go. Can't really see so much. So we're going to wrap that around once and twice, whatever it takes. Then I'll take, once again, whichever color I think is best, which is this one, because that's what I put in my hand. Same size, right to that end of the last knuckle. Twist it around the middle. And continuing straight across. And we're going to make a little bit of noise. Actually, I'll start pulling off balloons in a little bit. So I'll finish this off. So I've got these two right here. They can go whichever way they want. So I've got this in my right hand. I'm going to twist. And locking it around the middle portion. Go underneath. Push through. Now what we want to do is start pulling these sections off, okay? You can just, right, like that. And pull the blue one. And just to make sure everything stays, I'm going to tie that. little knot, and of course I'll use my scissors or my cutting tool or my fingers to pull that off. Right now I'm just going to leave it. We're going to make some more noise. Pull this, and there. So it's been my experience twisting balloons that if I try to pull this one apart like I do with this one has some slack in it. So I'll go there, and it does it not a huge big bang, okay? If I tried with this one, it will be a huge bang because there's no place for the air to go, and I might lose the rest of my balloon into the twist. I'll cut, so that's why I twist the end, and then I give it a snap, and that saves the whole balloon. If I go like this, there. Okay, that one it worked, but other times it would explode the entire red balloon. So that's why I kind of do one way and the other way. There. Tied that, I think I've tied the others. Now it's a bit of a mess right now, I know that, but we'll straighten it out by making sure our pinch twists are in the right spots. And the pinch twist up top. We're still a bit of a mess, but that's okay. It'll work. It'll work. Okay, like I say, it's a bit of a mess right now. It will work though. And there, it fits on my head. Not real well, that's for sure, but well enough. There. All right, now we're going to get 6 more balloons, and I say we're going to blow those up exactly the same, and they will be tied into the pinch twists. There. Okay. So whatever color you think is best. I'm going to blow them all up and then tie them on after that. Three. 4. 5 and 6. Well, I think I overinflated that one a little bit, but we'll see. And here. There we go. All right, so I've got my big pile of whatever color is going on top. Here we go. We will tie those on tightly to the pinch twists, okay? So make sure they're as tight as possible. We don't want any real stretchiness. So I go underneath, wrap around a few times, hide the end of our balloon. There. Okay. Let's see, yep, got 3 more. Good, good, good. Just wrapping that around any way that will hold it is correct. And last balloon. Good. So there we are. Still a bit of a mess. It'll still work. Okay. Now what you have to do now is decide how big you want this to be. So whatever size you think, then that's what it is. I use what I call a whole hand span right there. And to me that works out well. So let's do that. Like I say, make yours bigger or smaller. Totally up to you. If you do make it smaller, it will be tough because it'll kind of, a little bit smaller here really lowers the cup down in height. So anyway, we're going to twist. We'll do another one just like that. I hold my thumb at the pinch twist and I reach up as far as my hand will go. Give it a twist. Tie that in. Okay. And I do the exact same all the way around. Okay. Trying to get everything so I can reach for it. There. A few twists on that one. Okay. And then our last pair. There. And again. Tying that in. Now if you have big enough hands and you can reach around 6 balloons, you go right ahead. I can't always do that, so I'm going to reach around 4 balloons. I'm going to twist. And then I will grab the last 2. And I will twist those in as well. There we are. So, we are currently right there. Now we will decide how big we want these ones right here. Okay. Now myself, I go back to my finger and little finger. So I'm going to get my little finger, into the bottom. I give it a twist and a pinch twist. And this is your basic weaving pattern, very similar to exactly like I did at the very bottom. Okay? So I'm measuring my balloon and then I'm putting a pinch twist in there. So another hand span, whatever I call it, and a pinch twist. Hopefully you can see everything. Another hand twist and a pinch twist. So we just keep doing that all the way around until we've done that 6 times. And let's grab the very last one right here. Now, once again, we're going to have to decide how big do we want this cup to be. If we want this cup to be smaller, then we make smaller sections here. If you want it bigger, well then you make bigger sections here. I'm going to make mine the exact same size as the base was, and for me, that is once again my hand and my finger right like that. So, yep, there we go. We're gonna once again hold it again, twist, and tie it into the one beside. This is exactly like we did at the bottom, okay? And a lot of repetition here, but this is how it goes. And hey, if you have a better cup or a trophy, please let me know. I'd love to watch it. And another last twist right there. Tying it in. Wrapping it around the pinch twist. Okay. So there we are. I'll put these up and hopefully you can kind of see where we're going. Alright, there we are. Now, once again, how tall do you want your cup to be? I'm going to make mine the same as I did the base, just because it's easy. But once again, if you need a tall cup, you make a taller one. You want a smaller one, you make a smaller one. And of course, you can be braiding these, like a weaving technique all the way up if you want. That would take a lot more time, and I'm not going to do it. But I think if you're doing this part, you can probably know how to braid this, okay? So, we're putting that down, and I'm doing about 4 fingers, and I'm doing a pinch twist. So a lot of blah, 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 and pinch twist. Blah, 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 and pinch twist, all right? And I'm going to go all, oh, see, I lost my bubble. There, try again, there. Pinch twist one more time. Of course, if you do braid this the whole way up, the base is quite a bit more stable than the way I've done it. But for speed, we're just doing this version. Now, once again, coming back to our cup, if you want the top of your cup to be bigger, like out wider, well then you make your bubbles longer again. Okay, and for some reason, if you want it narrower, you make them smaller. So, I'm going to stick with the exact same size. Okay? So we're going to do our finger here, and we're going to twist. Now, I'm looking ahead just a bit. Yeah, that one and that one and that one. Okay, depending on how you're doing on this part, and if you're all using the same color, it won't matter so much. But I have to decide if this section here, or wherever I'm doing this, is big enough that it will make a good handle. If I've decided this won't make a good handle, then I'll decide that this one pulled off will make a fabulous handle. So I'll just continue my teal color balloon to the next location. So once again, we're going to do our twist right there. We tie it in. Now when you're using the same color, of course, nobody notices, so it doesn't matter. But just something to think about as you're doing the top. And that's if you want handles. If you don't want handles, don't worry about it. And if you want the handles somewhere else, then put them somewhere else. So hopefully I explained that well enough. I think I might have confused even me. So I'm just continuing to lock these together. I'm not sure whether my orange here is going to make a good handle. So I'm going to leave my purple where it is, and it will eventually fold down for the handle. And my orange one will, just a little bit of bubble right there, that's all I need. Go back to this, and I'll just continue with it. And one last right here. I'm going to wrap that a few times. Now I will just, so you can see where I'm going to do the handles, I'll pull the ends off. Get rid of that. Of course, tie it up, cut it off more, whichever you like. Do again here. There. Is that wrapped around enough? Close enough. One more noise right on the teal. Good. And I'm going to wrap that around like so, or tie it up, whichever you like. I'm just going to wrap it around. Now I'm going to decide how long I want my handles. Now if these are real close to the same, perfect, close enough, okay? I'm going to take a little bubble on my purple, with this purple, the purple violet, and I tie it down with the pinch twist right here. And when this is all the same color, it looks fine. When it's mixed up like this, it looks weird, but that's okay. Get a little bubble, and once again tied into the pinch twist. Going to adjust the pinch twist at the top, shape the handle a little bit, put the pinch twist right here at the top, shape the handle a little bit, and there is your trophy. Whatever you won, there is your trophy for it. Okay, I hope you were able to follow along. Obviously, there's many different trophies, and this is a whatever trophy, okay? So once again, I hope you like it. I find the crisscross here makes it quite a bit more stable, but if you're going to braid it, well, still put the crisscross in anyway. All right, so there you go. Once again, have a wonderful day.